Welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to explain a movie called Vivo. Get comfortable. The message will be one in which they can see their own families and their own culture reflected at them without their background being the film's sole subject. Kids will be able to hear, feel, and see the richness and the soul of their heritages reflected in Vivo. The film is about an animated musical adventure that follows Vivo is a one-of-kind kinkajou who spends his days playing music with his beloved owner Andres. Despite not speaking the same language, they are the perfect duo. When tragedy strikes and Andres receives a letter from Marta Sandoval inviting her old partner to her farewell concert, Vivo must deliver a love letter to Marta in the form of a song. To do this, Vivo needs help from Gabby, an energetic tween who bounces to the beat of her own offbeat drum. And that for to fulfill his owner's wishes. In a film we saw, Vivo must find his way from Havana to Miami in order to deliver a song on behalf of his beloved owner and mentor, Andres. The film starts in Havana, Cuba. An elderly musician named Andres Hernandez goes to the town plaza with his pet kinkajou Vivo. There, the two perform a song to an excited crowd as they have known Andres for years and view him as a great musician. At first people doesn't find interest in their music. But slowly people find it interesting. At one point, they dance to their music. They find it interesting when Vivo performed. He was dancing, singing, and playing the instrument. Because Vivo explains through song that Andres found him when he was little and alone after saving him from two big dogs. The two have spent the last few years together making music, and Vivo couldn't be happier. After finished their performance, they are collecting their money, which are reward from the crowd. They were so happy then. After a moment, they were trying to have food. At that time, Andres receives a letter from his old flame, Marta Sandoval, who is a famous singer and is performing her farewell shows. After a many-year, she sends this letter because she hoping that Andres will join her in Miami to perform together once again. After that, Andres brings Vivo home and explains to him that he and Marta used to write music and play together while he was took out an old trunk. In the meantime, he shows him her picture and old memories. That time Vivo was surprised and become interested to hear more from him. Then he was telling Vivo that he was deeply in love with her, but when she got her big break, he chose not to tell her for fear that she may miss out on her dreams because of him. He also said that he even wrote her a song which name is Mambo Cabana. And that to express his true feelings for her. We saw Andres was singing that song, but Vivo was not so happy. Because Vivo was thinking about him and Andres. He was trying to stop him singing as he was hiding his guitar and doing some other things. Later, when Andres tells Vivo that he is planning to make the trip, Vivo scurries out of the apartment in a huff because he doesn't want anything to ruin what he has right now. However, after some reflecting and realizing that Andres has always been there for him, Vivo decides to go back and help pack Andres' suitcase. The next morning, Vivo is ready to go, but he sadly discovers that Andres passed away in his sleep. But suddenly, when the music paper in his hand fell from Andres' hand and started flying in the air, Vivo started running after the paper in a very sad heart. Finally, the paper was saved from losing. We saw he saved it from become wet. Last Vivo got the paper. Soon, the other citizens in town learn of his death and mourn him in the town plaza. There, Andres' niece Rosa goes to speak while her daughter Gabby, who knows who is Vivo, is and wants to keep him as a pet. But he refuses because he thinks Gabby is weird. And he was very sad about Andres. While everyone returning home after showing their last respect and honor, at there he was thinking about his last dream. But if we want to know the reason, then Andres find Vivo, and after the time they have been together. They have supported each other. After that, when Vivo overhears Rosa telling Gabby that they are heading home to Florida, Vivo stows away in the luggage of Andres' belongings and returns home with Gabby and Rosa so that he may personally deliver Andres' song to Marta in Miami. Upon arriving in Florida, Vivo tries to get out of the luggage but gets his tail caught in the zipper. And he didn't want to come in front of anyone, so he kept turning the box like a wheel, and when Gabby saw that, she got scared. After Gabby finds him in the box, she becomes excited and Vivo becomes scared because he got caught. But Gabby is thinking he stowed away for her, and she brings him to her room where she expresses how she is different from everyone else. However, she is still missing her late father Carlos. Rosa wants Gabby to put on a uniform and sell cookies with the Sand Dollars troupe, but Gabby refuses. After rejecting, she then comes across Marta's letter to Andres, and Vivo gives Gabby the song Andres wrote, because he thinks Gabby is a good person and she can help him. After realizing what Vivo came to Miami for, Gabby agrees to help him deliver the song to Marta, and she promptly books a bus ticket for the trip. Before that, Gabby's mother comes and asks her about the dress which she was kept in a microwave. And although she was trying to hide Vivo, while heading to the bus, Gabby encounters the Sand Dollars, Becky, Eva, and Sarah, who are well-meaning but overzealous in their efforts to get Gabby to join them. After a while, she shows them Vivo, whom Eva and Sarah start cooing over, but Becky points out that a kinkajou needs to be vaccinated and kept safe. In the meantime, Gabby sees the bus leaving and she gets on her bike to chase after it, but ends up falling through a rising bridge and onto a boat with sand. However, the Sand Dollars vow to get Vivo to safety, while Rosa finds the website for bus tickets and realizes what Gabby is up to. Later, Gabby makes a small boat to sail on as they get off the larger boat. They end up sailing into the Everglades and try to navigate through an increasingly dangerous storm. Moreover, the song flies away from Vivo, so Gabby goes after it, causing her and Vivo to get separated. In one scene, Vivo wanders through the forest and comes across a spoonbill named Dancarino, who is despondent that the other birds have successfully found mates while he is alone. Then, Vivo agrees to help him woo a female spoonbill named Valentina if he helps Vivo find Gabby. After that, Dancarino succeeds and has found his mate, but he flies away with Valentina and leaves Vivo behind as he comes across a large python named Lutador. While he attempts to eat Vivo, but the kinkajou scurries through the trees and leaps high until Dancarino catches him and fulfills his end of the deal. After that, Gabby is found by the Sand Dollars, and Becky pulls out the song that she knows Gabby is looking for. She promises to give it back on the condition that Gabby gives up Vivo so they can quarantine him. At a moment, Gabby reluctantly agrees. As they make their way on the Sand Dollars boat through the swamp, Lutador comes across them and tries to attack. That time, Gabby manages to keep the girls safe by hiding under a cage, but Lutador begins to squeeze it and nearly breaks through until Vivo swoops down on Dancarino and lures Lutador to get himself knotted up in a tree. Although, their victory is short-lived when the girls find that the song fell into the water and is now destroyed. And the Sand Dollars are remorseful and begin to take Vivo and Gabby back home. On the ride back, Gabby begins to sing the lyrics to the song to herself, but Vivo says that she is out of sync with the melody. Then, he plays the tune on his recorder, and both he and Gabby realize that they can rewrite the song since she remembers the lyrics and he knows the melody, which is one more song reprise. Later, the group then resolves to make it to Miami to finish the job. Meanwhile, Marta has been waiting to hear from Andres all day before her performance, but her assistant brings her a newspaper reporting Andres' death, and to saw the news, Marta is devastated. In another moment, the girls make it to Miami, and Vivo and Gabby ride off on a bike to the Mambo Cabana to make it to the show on time. When they arrive, Rosa shows up as well and goes after Gabby. They are chased by security until they make it close to Marta's dressing room, but only Vivo can make it through. After that, Gabby says farewell to him and gives him the song. Vivo finds Marta, who recognizes him from the picture in the paper with Andres. Eventually, he hands her the song, and Marta realizes that Andres was in love with her. She sees a photo of him and says, "I love you too, Andres." Her spirits are now lifted and she gets ready to perform. Later, Rosa is driving Gabby home and scolding her for running off as she did. In the argument, Rosa acknowledges that she is not as great as Carlos was, but that she is doing her best. In a moment, Vivo shows up, surprising Rosa since she thought he was still in Cuba, and she realizes Gabby was telling the truth about their mission. At one time, Gabby breaks down as she tells Rosa that she just wanted Marta to know that Andres loved her since she never got to tell Carlos that she loved him before he died. Then, Rosa says that her father knew he always loved her, and she goes to hug Gabby and Vivo. She then turns the car around and they catch the end of Marta's show where she performs Andres' song. At the end, Vivo returns home with Gabby and now goes with her to the town plaza to perform one-of-a-kind reprise, joined by the Sand Dollars, Rosa, and even Marta. The crowd adores them, and Vivo has found a new family. So, that was all from the video. Please, give us a suggestion of movies you want us to upload next. Thank you for watching and being part of our family. Just to let you know, we are posting videos every day for you. Please subscribe to give us more motivation, and you will not miss our daily video.